I'm Hilary the SheSEER. In today's video, I'll reveal my notes from the psychic reading on the mysterious disappearance of 15-year-old Jillian Chao from Monterey Park, California. Alison apparently left her father's home on July 16, 2024 on her mountain bike, traveling to her aunt's house, but she never arrived. She hasn't accessed her social media or contacted any of her family or friends since. Did Alison choose the wrong path? Will she be reunited with her family? Note my disclaimer, this video is for entertainment and it's not fact, it's my psychic opinion. Now let's get into it. This is the reading for Alison Jillian Chao. The first thing that comes through is I hear and see the word ouch. Next, I was shown Dear Mom, written in white letters in my mind's eye, which feels like the start to a letter. Was there a letter she wrote to Mom, or was there something she wanted to say to her mom? This could also be symbolic as well, like a Dear John letter. And if you're not familiar with what that is, that's a letter that they used to write a long time ago when someone was abandoning their family. The next clue I get is a vision. I see her on a bike making a choice, and I hear, which way? And I see her looking to her left or right. Then I receive a feeling there is an energy pointing me to the left, and I hear the word bank. After that, I receive another vision. I see her kind of giggling as well as thinking to herself, he doesn't know. Next, I probed into her energy that day, and I got the feeling like I'm planning something. There's definitely a planning energy connected to this visit with her aunt. I wonder if she was planning something instead of going to her aunt's, or was she planning something with her aunt? Next, I was shown another vision of her choosing something again. It's as if she's thinking about which way to go again, left or right, but this time I also feel her energy is saying she made the wrong choice. This is the second time this choosing theme comes up in the reading, so it's quite significant. It could be literally going the wrong way or figuratively making the wrong choice, or even both. Choice and choose your direction also came out as oracle cards, which I'll show in a part 2 portion of this consultation video. Next, I have a vision of someone holding on to her physically and her breaking free and running forward, breaking free. Was this how she was feeling? Held back or restrained by strict parents and she wanted to be free? Or was there some form of abduction and this scenario may have happened in an attempt to get away that failed? Or could this happen at some point in the future and she'll get away from someone who may be potentially keeping her away from her family right now? Next, I try to travel with her energy that day, like trying to feel into what happens, like how do we go from riding the bike to being missing? I feel like at some point I'm falling off my bike. I then get the word ground. I have another flash of a vision where I'm riding my bike and I'm looking up at the sky, possibly acknowledging something above me, maybe clouds in the sky or good weather, potentially cameras. I'm feeling good though, and kind of inspired maybe. The song Titanium came in with this vision as well. Next, I try to see what else I can get by putting myself in her physical energy body. It's interesting. I feel like I want to jump up and down. I also get the feeling like I want to kick something. I'm not sure if she plays soccer or takes kickboxing, or this is something about the situation. I'm trying to get more information and I get broken. Something about screws and some word that starts with PIC. I can tell it's probably some kind of technical word that I'm not aware of, and that's why I'm only getting the start of the word. So I had a feeling it was a part on her bike, so I looked it up, and there's a part on a bike called a pigtail. It's another word for a derailleur hanger on a mountain bike, and I guess if this part breaks, you can't ride your bike anymore. If that actually happened, did she fall and there's some opportunist predator that potentially saw her walking her bike and offered her a ride? The next thing I heard was the word grit, and my attention is drawn to her mouth with that. I'm seeing her feeling biting down really hard, kind of like a lockjaw, type of feeling or similar to biting down on something or grinding teeth. Potentially grit may be a clue that she fell and hit her face on the ground and maybe had gritty road debris particles in her mouth from that. At this point, I remember the ouch that came through as the first thing I heard from her reading, and now I have a feeling this may be connected to the palm of her right hand. She may have scraped it during a fall. I also heard the word mask and protruding. I asked her energy, what's going on now? And I hear and see the word trapped. I asked, where are you? And I see the word garage. Now, I can't say that this is certain, guys. What I'm doing, and I'm asking the energy these questions to try to get as much information as possible. It's what's coming through, and it has been accurate before, but it's not as powerful as conscious, like clear mediumship. It can sometimes be probing into someone's subconscious who's still alive, and I can get weird stuff from that, just so you know. So when I looked at her picture, I feel like I want to pull something down that's over my eyes. I actually noted this twice during the reading, so that's probably significant. I feel like I'm sitting on a chair, possibly restrained, and I'm trying to get free. I see the word blanket. Then I have a vision. It feels like it's in a house. It feels like someone says something to Alison, and she shakes her head no. This feels like she's sad and not happy with what's going on. Her energy feels really subdued and submissive, but it feels like she doesn't want to be there, like she's not there by choice. I then asked for information about her potential location. I heard something like Golden Century or Golden Cinema. I asked the same question again, and I got the word pavilion. Then the word Pomona came up in my mind, and I saw the words big and also the word bright. After the reading, I found there is El Sereno Arroyo Playground and Pavilion that is in the vicinity of where she was spotted, according to one of the news articles. I also found out Pomona is 25 miles east of Monterey Park, so those are potentials. Then out of nowhere, the phrase, the road zero, came in. I Googled it, and there's actually something called the road to zero, and it is a vision and strategy for achieving zero roadway deaths by 2050. I'm not sure if this is related, but it's interesting since there's a possibility of an accident on her bike. Next, I received a vision of Alison taking her hand and tapping on her chest. Is this supposed to say she takes responsibility for her disappearance, or is there something other kind of meaning to that? It's kind of a weird vision, so I'm not sure how to interpret that one. Then I had another vision that felt like charades. In this vision, Alison drew a circle in the air around her face. She took her pointer finger and motioned a circle around her face several times. I have no idea what that could mean. Then I heard the phrases, we are bound, we beat them, or we beat him, and the word strolling. Next, I try to connect with the emotional energy her mom showed in the interview with the news to charge up the connection with more energy. I then received the word sun, which is interesting because in part 2 video, I pull sun as an oracle card. I also got the word homecoming. I'm really hoping this means she'll return home at some point and be reunited with her family. Next, I see the numbers 25 and 26 in my mind's eye. I wonder if this is the 25th or the 26th of some month, or is it something else? I want to also acknowledge I have a feeling that there will be a surge in energy regarding this case soon. That could be anything. New information coming out maybe finding her bike or her. I feel something significant happening soon. Next, I look at her photo and I hear the word angel. I also randomly hear I like bees, and then I heard silly Jilly. Next, I had a vision of something that resembles a fabric pattern that has stripes. Maybe the colors pink, green, orange, cream. It has an upholstery feeling to it, or clothing, but more like upholstery. I don't see the whole thing, just like a square, and I'm wondering if it's a sample of upholstery. I'm not sure, but I'm picking up something like a snow plow, also possibly related to the aunt's energy. I'm getting a bit more emphasis on her middle name for some reason. Maybe she likes it more than Alison. I got the word Chucks or Chuck. I heard don't stop, and I get a strong feeling of running to family energy. I hope this means she will be reunited with them. I do want everyone to remain hopeful. It's my psychic opinion that Alison is still alive. From everything I received, if I interpret it, it points to Alison having some sort of plan and choosing to go somewhere other than what was expected. The reading also suggests she had something wrong with her bike and she had a fall at some point, maybe even an accident. There's also clues pointing to her being held somewhere or involved in a situation that's not her choice. I do feel Alison will be reunited with her family somehow. I also feel some big energies coming up soon, which could be breaks in the case or a resolution. I think I'm going to just include a photo of the oracle cards I pulled, but discuss them in part 2 of this video, or a part 2 video. Thank you for joining me today and for valuing the time and effort I put into these readings and videos. If you enjoy this content, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and in your social media groups. Your support helps me create more of these videos. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. I'd also love to hear your thoughts about this case in the comments below. Also, join us on our community page for weekly intuition building exercises and important announcements. Your engagement makes this journey so much more rewarding. I'm sending you all so much love, and I'll see you in the next video. Here's a sneak peek of the cards I pulled for part 2.